Hello, this is Ace Spark, and this is a Mega Man Revolution vlog, and this is a bit overdue, but I haven't had a chance to record, so there's that. Subject for today's vlog is, again, changes made to the game, but this one's been particularly done for the users of Sprites INC, who have recently done a load of work towards the game, sprite-wise, and I thought I'd show off the sprites in this video, so people could actually see their work in action. So that is the point of this video. Basically, quite a lot of the enemies in the game had their graphics replaced, because either A, they were official Capcom sprites, B, they were a bit weird looking, or C, the artwork was a bit weak. Onwards with the show. But yeah, I thought I'd record this video so people could see their work in action, really. Okay, so not all the enemies are in a complete graphical makeover, some are just getting touched up a bit. Mostly in the eye area, because the eye area was a bit weird in the original game. So for example, I've updated the eyes here. I'm not going to compare every single enemy that's been updated, some of them you'll just see for yourself, I suppose. But as the first batch of enemies we've got here, essentially official Capcom sprites, we've replaced them with something more original. So for example, the hot head's been replaced with a chunky head. Simple enough. Whoever does the sprites is getting credited down the bottom as well. And Skeleton Joe, for example, he got replaced with something rather nifty, which was the Killer Jester idea, which still fits the spooky theme of the Ghostman stage, particularly the haunting look of the enemy. So I kind of like these. And in fact, I like how pretty much all the sprites came out. Everyone's done a really good job on these. I really like them. So, yeah, all the official Capcom sprites. At this point, I think there's one left in the game by time of recording that's still like an official Capcom sprite, enemy-wise. But I'm sure that'll be replaced soon enough. I mean, some enemies have been replaced with similar looking substitutes. Others have been replaced with completely new enemy ideas. So you've got the spinning shield guy. And finally, a sprite from Rockman 7 FC, the fan game. So we got this one replaced as well. Still a Sniper Joe. This guy's also been recoded somewhat, so as you may have noticed I couldn't place my buster through his shield and shoot him, which you can in most Mega Man games. This has been rectified. A very common complaint, and I've rectified it. The hitbox of the shield and the Sniper Joe is now separate. Here we've got the Blade Runner, who was kind of an annoying enemy to deal with. So, not only has his graphics been replaced with something a bit more appropriate than a Metal Man edit, he's also been made a lot less annoying to deal with, so he is the nifty looking Blade Runner replacement. Yeah, he's much less annoying to deal with, it now works off a timer rather than reacting to your shots. The rather odd looking visual shooters all got replaced. This time with a robotic fugu fish, as the name may imply. The Cloud Bully got replaced with what I thought was a rather neat concept of the Eye of the Storm looking enemy, so I thought, yeah, that works. The annoying ghoulies have also been updated with a less silly looking graphic. They also now have a turning animation, so the transition looks a bit smoother. Nice little effect, really. And probably the weakest looking graphic in the game originally was Marine Joe and the craft. As you probably noticed, the craft you pilot has been replaced with the more appropriate Marine adapter. So Mega Man pilots Rush Marine, base pilots Treble Marine, which for some reason I didn't show in this video, but never mind. I rather like Marine Joe now that came out. He's still a bit underwhelming as an enemy, so I'm probably going to do something with him, coding wise. And I've got the annoying, ever annoying Sliver, and a lot's been replaced in Ghostman stage, really. It's been replaced with the Shade Spike, which basically puffs itself up into a spike ball when he gets close to you, which makes the enemy a lot fairer to deal with, in my opinion. There's just now a sound cue when he does it, so you know he's in the area. And spoilers! The final level enemies are also getting replaced. Here's an example of one, the Alien Runner, which looks like something out of Commander Keen. Has been replaced with the Mega Man version of the Xenomorph. And it's not only the enemies that are getting replaced, the mid-bosses themselves have their graphics updated as well. So Twisted Sister now looks in style, for example, and resembles a Snake Man enemy, which was intentional. Gulkin is another one who got replaced. With this rather neat graphic. I love the sinister look of him. The battle for Gulkin's also been updated to include an additional attack to make things slightly more difficult. Not by much, but just slightly. And again, it's not only the mid-bosses and enemies, some of the endgame bosses and Wily Fortress have been replaced. Obviously, in the first video I went into detail about the Robot Masters getting replaced, but some of the other graphics have also been redone. So this is the weird looking gnat on me. He's still weird, admittedly. But I think it just looks a bit better. Yeah, a few more animations as well. In addition, he also has a more sensible reaction to being shot at. And last but not least, we've got the Reaper bot, who didn't look like a Mega Man sprite in the slightest. He looked like somebody out of Castlevania. I suppose it's kind of inappropriate, but otherwise he didn't look like a Mega Man boss. He didn't look particularly robotic either. Zinc has nicely rectified these problems. Finally, on the subject of something I asked in the last video, which was what should I replace the Stormman mini-boss with, I had quite a few nice replies, and I actually liked a lot of the ideas. One of which, quite a few people suggested the laser shooting shark. Well, there's now a shark enemy in the game. That thing. Which was a nice graphic supplied by the stove guy. And as for the mini-boss, well, there's two suggestions that stood out. So I'm going with my second favourite suggestion, which was, appropriately, Weather Buoy. And I just like the idea of this, the living Weather Buoy. It seems so... It's such a classic series game mini-boss. I don't know, I just like the idea. as I said, that's the suggestion. That's what I'm going with. He's still a work in progress, so I can't really show off the battle just yet. As for the favourite idea, because I mentioned he was my second favourite idea, well, there's a little graphic in the corner there which probably does not suggest what it is. Something else is happening with that thing. And you'll just have to wait and see. So the mini boss is a weather buoy. The favourite idea I'll get to in a later video. As before, I'd like to end this on a question. And if you've made it this far, fantastic! There's going to be a bit more space in the enemy roster for another enemy type. Again, I'd like to know some basic enemy ideas. Anything. I will get to and add it to the game. If it's particularly like the idea. Or maybe there might be two ideas I particularly like. Who knows? The sharks made it in as an enemy, so... yeah. So just another basic enemy idea. And if I like them, I'll use it. Again, I thank you for watching. This has mostly been a video for the users of Sprites INC, so they can see their work in action. And I hope to have these updated more often, and not necessarily on just the changes being made, but more on the process of designing things, which is the intention. I just need the opportunity to record them. Again, this has been A Spot, this has been the Mega Man Revolution vlog. I thank you for watching, and I shall catch you later.